Hey everybody, it's Michael with 4G Woodcrafts. Today I'm going to be installing the DWP 611 onto the Evolution 4 CNC router by BobsCNC. So I've already wired up the router, that was my last video. So now I'm going to install it into the carrier. First thing you do is just lower it down. You can kind of wiggle it as it goes down. It'll be a little bit of a tight fit, but that's good. That's what we want. Alright, and then once you have it down, you want it even. So have it even right there. And then what you're going to want to do is you can rotate the helical to move it up or down. And you're going to want to line it up with holes right here. And what that's going to do is you're going to put a screwdriver through there to tighten the 4 screws on the back of here that we left loose when we put it together. Alright. So the way you do that, you go around the back, try to line up the holes. Once you have that done, what you want to do is make sure the router is in there nice and tight. Make sure it's not moving at all. And once you have verified it's tight, then you're going to tighten these this nut and bolt right here. They're holding that together. Yep. So for these, with it on there, it's clear about all this time, but I'm using a small screwdriver. It should work a lot easier. Alright, so the next step is to tighten the X belts. So the way you do that is, as you'll see, it's kind of loose right now. What you want to do is make sure this outer nut is tight. You want to make sure it's tight against this plate right here. Both of them. Alright, and then the way you adjust the tightness of the belt is you hold this adjustment nut and rotate the screw counterclockwise. What that does is it pulls it out. You want to make sure you're adjusting both sides the same amount. You can do that by looking inside. Alright, so you want to make sure they're adjusted the same amount on both sides. Just look at that, look at the threads, make sure it's even. As you can tell, the belt is pretty tight now. It doesn't have to be like ridiculously tight or anything. but it just needs to be, you know, to where it doesn't have a whole lot of flex in it. And then you do the same thing with the other side. Alright, so one thing when you're adjusting these is when you're rotating it counterclockwise to back it off of the adjustment nut, it might loosen the nut that is by the plate, this outer plate. You might have to retighten it. So just watch that. Make sure it's good. So this one stayed, it just twisted with the bolt, but this one did not. So you gotta watch it and make sure it's good. Alright, next we'll be adjusting the Y-axis. And the way you do this is this hole right here. You're gonna stick the 4 by 30 millimeter screw in there. And what that's gonna do is go into the adjusting plate. And it should line up with the plate to adjust the X belt. As you screw that in, you can feel the belt tightening. And just do it until it's tight, just like the X belts. Then what you're going to want to do is tighten this right here, so that way it stays against there. And now you have the X belt is also tight. Alright guys, that's all I have for today. It was a quick video on just tightening the belts and getting the router mounted. In my next video, I will go over tramming of the router with a gauge to make sure you get everything in alignment to get a 90-degree straight bit to the spoil board. Alright, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.